Some breaking news. America wants to kick Spain out of NATO as they apparently didn't provide enough support during the war with Iran. Spain was actually one of the biggest critics to the war with Iran, and so you need to know what's been said. Well, a few moments ago, a leaked email from the US Department of Defense came out talking about measures and consequences the US might place onto other countries in NATO for not supporting the US in their war against Iran. Now, one of those measures was actually against the UK, us, and the US was talking about taking control of the Falkland Islands. But as well as that, by far the biggest thing, the US made clear that they need to send a message to NATO for them not supporting the US in their war. Most of NATO actually stopped the US from using even their airspace to carry out attacks against Iran. And in the email, the US Department of Defense considered how they could kick Spain out of NATO to send a message to the other countries. The US says that Spain doesn't really contribute much to NATO anyway, so kicking them out wouldn't do much militarily. But it would send a message to the rest of the countries in NATO that they need to support the US or they'll be kicked out too. Now, it is worth knowing that this is just not going to happen. The Spanish president even came out and said, quote, "I am absolutely not worried. We do not work with emails." Although he did double down and say that he does not regret Spain's actions in the war in Iran. He said, quote, "The position of the government of Spain is clear. Absolute collaboration with our allies, but always within the framework of international legality." So in a way, he kind of hinted and called the American war illegal. It wouldn't be the first time he said that. Either way, the US is now considering trying to kick Spain out of NATO, it seems. Very unlikely to happen, but the fact that these emails have come out is not a good look for them. But you can leave me a follow because I'm going to keep you up to date on this and everything else that happens that you really need to know about.